The October window has just finished, so let's go over the Euro qualifiers. However though, let's quickly talk about another continent. Asia. In collaboration with the Japanese League, we've been wanting to do this for a long time now. I recently started an exclusive series on their YouTube channel called the J-League Culture Corner, where every week I take y'all on a journey through some of the most unique aspects of the league that make it stand out above the rest. And recently we just did one episode on J-League Special Edition shirts, and in that video we are doing a giveaway. All you have to do is go to the most recent video linked in the description or up in the annotations, comment your favorite jersey in the video, then subscribe to the J-League International channel, and you could win yourself a J-League shirt. It's that simple. You have until the end of the month, so don't wait, go and win yourself a shirt. And if you're interested in more about Japanese football, there's 3 other episodes and you can watch it all on a playlist in the description of this video. Also, if there's something we haven't covered yet and you want to see, let us know in the comments below. Starting in Group A, Scotland were just 1 win away from qualifying for Euro 2024. Spain spoiled the party though, beating the Scots 2-0 in Seville. However, 3 days later, La Roja did a massive favor for the Scottish after just beating Norway. This result means Spain and Scotland have officially qualified for the Euros, while Holland and the Norwegians are officially eliminated. Even though Georgia can't qualify directly anymore, they still have a chance through the playoffs as reward for winning their Nations League group. Oh, and Cyprus still have 0 points by the way. France needed 1 more win to qualify, and Kylian Mbappe, with some spectacular goals, single-handedly punches the national team's ticket to Germany. So that left us with just 1 more automatic spot to clinch between the Netherlands and Greece. The Greeks may have had the upper hand with goal difference, but the Dutch still had a game in hand. Nevertheless, we only had to wait 3 days to see a battle between these two. The Dutch were awarded an early penalty, but Wout Weghorst could not convert. Orange continued to apply the pressure, but with the Greeks trying to play out a draw, the Netherlands found it nearly impossible to score. But then late into the match, another Greek gets clumsy in the box, and this time through Virgil van Dijk, the Netherlands converted the spot. With that result, it means the Dutch, with 2 more games to go, are in full control of their destiny. And before you even consider the thought of them slipping up, the Netherlands' last 2 games are Ireland at home and Gibraltar away. Not to mention, the Greeks still have to play France at home. That said, Greece is still assured a spot in the playoffs as they did win their Nations League group. England have a commanding lead at the top of Group C, so we'll get a closer look into the battle for second. From 2nd to 4th, there was a 3-way tie between Italy, Ukraine, and North Macedonia. Ukraine and North Macedonia played each other this month, and the Ukrainians were victors in a close game. Italy then started their window by taking down Malta 4-0. However, they lost 3-1 to the English in their second game. With that result, however, England have claimed their spot in the homecoming dance. Meanwhile, Ukraine earned their second victory in Malta after an early scare. This now sees the Ukrainians with the advantage on points and the almost certain elimination of North Macedonia. The last automatic qualification spot will be decided by a duel between them and Ukraine. Italy have a cushion to rely upon thanks to their Nations League group win, but Ukraine need to get a result as they are guaranteed nothing. Croatia had a slightly advantage as Group D leaders, but absolutely the bed this month. First, they lost to Turkey, and then produced one of the worst performances I have seen from a Croatian side in a while against Wales, and they lost 2-0. The Welsh have seemingly gotten their back together though, and more importantly, at the right time. Armenia, on the other hand, are going in the wrong direction, as a loss to Latvia has put a massive dent in their hopes. Turkey, for once, didn't bottle a grand opportunity, and along with their triumph in Croatia, they defeated Latvia to officially qualify for Euro 2024. With Croatia's disaster class of in October, the battle for second is still very close. 4th place Armenia's last 2 games are against Wales and Croatia. They will have to win both in order to qualify. Croatia, I'd still say, have the better chance of going through despite their position because their other game is in Latvia, while Wales have to play Turkey at home. Either way, the final day for Group D will be super entertaining. Group E saw Albania with a 3-point lead above the Czech Republic, who had a game in hand. That game became completely irrelevant, however, as the Albanians comfortably defeated the Czechs 3-0. This result opened opportunity for 2 other parties down in 3rd and 4th. Moldova, and Poland. The Polish started October with a 2-0 win away in the Faroe Islands. Moldova only had 1 game this month, and that was against Poland. And the unlikely Cinderella story continued as the Moldovans took an early lead. However, the goal was cancelled out early into the second half by Karol Suderski of the 10-time MLS champions Charlotte FC. The game went on to finish 1-1, and the opportunity to take second from the Czechs went dry. With 2 more games to go, Albania can pretty much qualify with 1 more win. The second automatic spot is where things get pretty interesting. To start their November November, the second place Czechs will travel to Warsaw to play third place Poland. This more than likely decides who the other team that directly qualifies is. However, if the game ends in a draw, it gives Moldova a huge opportunity to hop in if they can win at least one of their last two games.
What in the actual fuck?
Group F saw Belgium and Austria seal their spots in the Euros after the two won one of their matches this month. However, most of the headlines for this group were talking about Belgium versus Sweden, which had to be abandoned due to a terrorist attack. Group G started October with yet another top-of-the-table clash between Hungary and Serbia. Hungary took the lead in the 20th minute through a quick counter. However, Serbia responded on a corner just 13 minutes later. Just moments later, though, Roland Salai scores an absolute beauty and Hungary hold on to defeat Serbia once again. The Hungarians then grabbed one more point away in Lithuania, while Serbia bounced back and defeated Montenegro to widen the gap between the two. Now looking at the table, Hungary needs just one more point to directly qualify. Second place Serbia can also qualify with a single point. However, if they lose their only game of the next window, this gives Montenegro a slim chance of qualifying if they can win out the rest of their fixtures. However, one of those matches is against Hungary, away from home. So it ain't looking good. Fans of the top 4 teams in Group H have a collective heart rate of about 500 beats per second. Slovenia and Denmark were just holding on to the 2 automatic spots as Finland and Kazakhstan breathed down their necks. To start October, Slovenia took down Finland as Benjamin Šeško grabbed his 3rd and 4th of the campaign, while Denmark got some needed revenge against the Kazakhs at home. These results widened the gap between those who were in and who weren't. What followed was a battle between the two under the cut line. Finland took an early lead through Robert Taylor, but then the Kazakhs, like they did against Denmark, make a dramatic comeback and snatch all 3 points away. Sweet, sweet revenge for the Kazakhs. Hours later, Slovenia, through a single goal against Northern Ireland, hold on to their lead at the top. Denmark took a trip to San Marino, and after a slight struggle to begin, Rasmus Højlund found the breakthrough. But then on the hour mark, the San Marinis have a corner, and do not scratch your eyes, San Marino has equalized against Denmark. This is it. This is the moment San Marino creates history! So with 2 more matches to go, the gap between 2nd and 3rd is now 4 points, and Finland can no longer directly qualify after their 3rd straight loss. It should be mentioned though, while stakes are high, Finland and Kazakhstan are both guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. Kazakhstan because they won their Nations League group, and Finland because Nations League group winners Scotland have already qualified, which opens the door for the Finnish, who are the best 2nd place team in League B. That all said, no one wants to go through a playoff to advance if the opportunity to qualify directly is there. In the case of Kazakhstan, they will have to win out to have a chance at qualifying. Their last 2 fixtures are San Marino at home, easy enough, but then they have to play Slovenia away. However, they will also need either Denmark or Slovenia to either lose twice or lose and draw once. In this case, they have more control over Slovenia's result. Speaking of the 2 at the top, a single win for either sees them through to the Euros. Into October, the race for qualification in Group I was between the top 3 of Switzerland, Romania, and Israel. Israel, however, would not play a single game this window. Romania started with a match against Belarus where they could only manage a draw. However, they came back strong with a 4-0 beatdown of Andorra. Switzerland also played Belarus, and vintage Shodan Shaqiri gave the Swiss an early lead. But then in the second half, Belarus scored not 1, not 2, but 3 unanswered by the 84th minute. However, in the 89th minute, Manuel Akanji gets one back for the Swiss, and then a minute later, Zeki Amdouni collects his 6th of the campaign to save Switzerland at the death. Looking at the table now, Romania and Switzerland look to seal the deal next month. Can't really say much about Israel, but Kosovo, after grabbing a win against Andorra, are still barely alive. Lastly, we have Group J, and Portugal has been dominating, and this month was no different. They defeated Slovakia to begin the window, and that result saw them officially qualify for Euro 2024. The Portuguese then manhandled Bosnia 5-0 to grab their 8th straight victory. Second place Slovakia grabbed an important win away in Luxembourg, which gets them just that closer to qualification. Luxembourg could only manage to draw this window, but good news for them. Because Nations League group winners Turkey have directly qualified, it opens a slot to Luxembourg, who were the best 2nd place team in League C. Looking at the table now, there are a couple teams still alive, but realistically, Luxembourg are the only team that have a chance to claim 2nd. If they can beat both Bosnia and Liechtenstein, and Slovakia lose both their games, Luxembourg goes through. That is the only way the Red Lions can make it happen though. Also, quick reminder, because Bosnia won its Nations League group, they are guaranteed a playoff spot. And so that is your Euro Qualifiers review for the month of October. How are your teams doing so far now? Have they been eliminated? Is there still a chance? Or have you already qualified? Let me know down below. But of course, a massive shout out to to all our patrons, including Janos Barash, Stin, Miliwe009, Adnazir Makalankom, Aldipu, Alex Rod, Ulta, Naya20, Aresan, Chris Damasceno, Daniel Ortiz, Francisco Hernandez, Hysteria, Joao Carvalho, Josh Budd, Marco Fujimoto, Miguel Munoz, My Man, Return Fire, Rory Burns, Slidekit, Sniffrix, Taco Okafan, Tana Permelia, Celine Khan, Tomicus, Victor, A1KLCF, Chris Visconti, Dominic Griffin, Lewis, Joe Paricio, Kyler Krebs, Lucian Von Croix, Michael Nista, Nish, Patrick Barley, Rowan Cookie, Sylvia Citrus, subscribe to Tende Tim, Unbroken Persona, and Valencia 14. If you'd like to join the Patreon, there'll be a link down below and up in the annotations. You're gonna follow me on Twitter if you want, follow my Instagram if you like, follow my TikTok, why not? And of course you can follow my semi-active Twitch, which is gonna be inactive because I'm probably in Japan right now. But until then, I'll see you guys.